So in this video, I want to talk about the 3 hot blocks that keep women leaders who are highly spiritual. You're just so talented, you're ambitious, you have what it takes deeply, like you got the goods. It's just all the emotional stuff going on inside of you and a lack of knowledge and support that has you not taking the action to do the work that would make your heart sing, that would finally have you feel fulfilled, have you making money in a way that's much more harmonious and feels like it's so rightfully yours, and living a life of freedom, service, and abundance. So I want to share those 3 hot blocks and then what you can do and inspire you to break through them and commit to yourself today. So the first hot block that I want to help you move through is this: I won't be able to sustain my power if I really unleash. If I'm really true, if I really unlock this thing that the world has yet to see, I ain't gonna be able to sustain this, and it's gonna be exhausting, and I might as well not even unleash the thing. The truth is, it is false that you will not be able to maintain your power once you unleash. However, it will be difficult to maintain if you are not sincere in your commitment. And that is the real question for you to look at. Are you committed? Are you serious? Because if you are, it's already built into you to sustain it. And the real exhaustion in your life right now is the effort, how you organize your days, things you have to tell yourself on top of your purest thought. The real exhaustion is the actions you have to take to not do the thing you're here to do. The warring or the back and forth or the kind of numbing or the kind of self-imposed amnesia that you have to do on yourself to not do the thing, which that is what's really exhausting and creates unnecessary inner wars that you then project out onto the external world, that there's some other problem going on here and reasons why you can't do it. When the truth is, you have been unwilling to commit to doing the difficult yet rewarding work of coming into your full power. So it's not, oh, I can't sustain it if I unleash it, so never mind. It's, am I willing to commit to the long game of who I actually am? So that's the number 1 hot block. And what I encourage you to look at with new eyes and ask yourself honestly, are you willing to commit? The number 2 hot block that keeps women leaders not doing the difficult yet satisfying work to come into their full power and serve and lead abundantly and live that gorgeous life that's gorgeous to you is she thinks she's going to be alone, or if she's inside of a family, she's going to break up that family if she comes into her real power. So here's the truth. You may be alone for a little while. You may wake up your spouse in a whole new way. Maybe he's quietly waiting for you to wake up. I don't know what's true for you, but wouldn't you like to find out? If you are inside of a family, and when I say family, I mean what the world calls a family, a husband with children, and y'all live together. If you are inside of that, do you already know that your husband wouldn't want you in your power? And that's why you're like, I'm gonna be alone, because I know if I really make this decision for my sovereign state, my husband will not want me. My marriage actually works because I am less of who I am in this relationship. And that if I were to become whole and true and all of who I am, my husband would be uncomfortable, intimidated, feel like I'm not taking care of the family. So yeah, that's an adult, difficult reality to look at and answer. And when you truly are ambitious, you're highly spiritual, you've had these very sober inner conversations with yourself of realizing how much you have abandoned yourself and filled your life with all these responsibilities. But in those quiet moments when it's just you and you, which may be very rare because it's a high chance that you keep yourself busy so you never have to have these sober moments because of the pain of the reality of it, that there's a difficult conversation, difficult decision to make here. And let's say that you are single and the thought is, man, when I come into this kind of power, all the women in my life who I call girlfriends, even my female family, my job, my life is going to radically change. And I'm going to be alone. And can I handle that? And what is that going to look like? And oh my God. And so your mind has swirled in the worst case scenario of it all, versus if you were to employ number 1 and truly make the commitment to unleash, Gather the resources the way a sovereign woman would. Gather the community. Gather the other women who are doing such a thing. Gather whatever you would be required to gather from a sovereign state. And commit, as I suggested in number 1. And then have the things in your environment that helps you to build yourself out because you've made the commitment. And so things show up, as you already know. When you make a commitment to do something, things just start showing up. And so you wouldn't ultimately be alone. You would have plenty of alone time, which, don't you want that anyway? And you would be operating from a sovereign position to have the people in your life, who you want in your life, when you want in your life, for the amount of time that you want them in your life, for the purposes that you want them in your life. So you admire this kind of decision-making clarity and sovereignty in other women, but it's also in you too. You just haven't let yourself live it first by facing yourself fully, having the difficult conversations, and making the difficult decisions. These decisions, these avoidances are exactly what you will revisit in the form of regret in your old age if you don't make them clearly and at a heart level. Be clear in your heart. If you do decide not to move forward, whether it's by watching this video or having some days to really look at these details honestly, if you do decide that you're not going to move forward, make sure at your heart you're really at peace. Otherwise, it's going to be such a heavy load to carry towards your older days. But if you're a woman leader, truly, and when I say woman leader, I don't mean it in the worldly sense. I mean there's very much a mission in you that you know is inside of you. If that truly is in you, it is only natural, it is only right. All the resources are already available for you to say yes to it and commit to it for the rest of your life. The number 3 hot block that keeps women leaders from not doing their thing in the world, taking up space, speaking honestly in their content, leading their team, allowing themselves to make money with the work they really want to do and making that money in large amounts. I mean, there's just so many ways this lists. But anyway, the number 3 hot block is they fear being attacked, whether that be through judgment or psychic attack or the enemy attacking or some other kind of attacking. Let me ask you, how intimate is your relationship with the call on your head? How intimate is your relationship with, whether you call it the universe, God, the Almighty, Yahweh, whoever is the higher force that you are in communion with, that carries you, from which you spring from, that loves you unconditionally? How intimate is that relationship? Assuming you've been in communication and in deep intimacy with that which you spring from, and there's a knowing of how held you are. If you were to be attacked psychically or otherwise, wouldn't that be for your benefit or not? Are you just getting attacked because the enemy is here to destroy you entirely, and that's why you were born to be this mission-driven woman with this light in your belly that compels you to do this transformational work in the world, and a higher entity that you are in relationship with, like I said, universe or whatever you would call it, has put you here specifically to have you attacked and just living in a life of hiding and fear? I don't know, maybe that is true for you. You've decided, like, you got a message that that's true for you. That's why you're here. Oh my God. Is that true for you? Like, this is how real this is. Get real. Get honest. Get into deep conversation with your heart. Get soft. Open up the voice note on your phone. Do it with intention. Don't even just do it because I'm saying it. Do it because you actually feel like it's time for you to do this, where you talk to your heart and you use your voice note to record yourself talking to your heart. Talk to your heart the way you want to be talked to. Ask it questions that you really want to know of it. This is intimacy. Build some intimacy. See what it says to you. Ask it what you want to know. Ask for clarity. Every single resource, tool, everything you need as an ambitious, mission-driven, highly spiritual woman leader, it's here. You are just required to go deeper, think bigger, and commit to what you're really here to do. I hope this inspires you to move from your highest state